Hi, I'm about to do a session with the Leeventi Teleprompter. I wrote a script for my review, which I'm going to do. But for now, I want to videotape what I'm using. Let me do some claps. All right, I'm shooting some video on this camera. Here's the teleprompter. Here's my OBS. Microphone right here. And here's a green screen, the Elgato green screen, which I really love. Let me actually get up and show you behind the scenes here on this. So here's the camera. I put it on a green box to get it so the lens is going through the middle here. And then, again, that's sort of what I love about this teleprompter is that it's designed in such a way to help you MacGyver exactly how you want things set up. It takes a little thought on your head, but the problem is when you build something hard into any sort of device like this, it often will get in the way. So let's just say they put a bracket right here that had the screw mount for the camera. Then let's say I had a bigger camera, it's too big. Then what am I going to do? Or too small? So this gives you the most flexibility to get this exactly the way you want it. And there's my phone, my Android phone in there. So are we still recording? We are. So I'm going to pick up the Leeventi teleprompter thing. When I hit this, you'll see that the text will move. Just see if I can get in there. Oops. See that? See it's moving? Shouldn't have the green box there, right? It's a little distracting. Anyway, okay, so now I'm going to stop it. And then I can just use this joystick to pull it back to the beginning. So I'm going to put this camera down, and I'm going to start the teleprompting review. If you've never bought a teleprompter before, you might open the package and feel cheated that you paid $70 for a few pieces of plastic and a cheap mini game controller. As someone who has bought teleprompters and built his own, let me explain why the seemingly inexpensive teleprompter is packed with creative features, not defects, at least to me. And to do that, we need to start with industrial teleprompters. They're built with a lot of metal. They're heavy, bulky. The good thing is you can mount any camera or tablet, no matter how heavy, and not worry that it will come crashing down when bumped by some scatterbrained intern. You can also buy similar semi-professional teleprompters in aluminum for around $200, but you need to add a strong, generally expensive tripod to hold them. And you must pick from a narrow range of cameras because the mounting brackets expect semi-professional equipment. The bottom line is the attachments you need to position both the camera and tablet need a lot of strength, and how do I put it, articulating complexity to do their job well. In my opinion, most of these $200 teleprompters cut too many corners with the articulating mounts, creating all kinds of headaches when you can't position the camera or tablet exactly the way you want them. So I'm always interested in teleprompters that take a different approach. Instead of trying to emulate an industrial teleprompter, this teleprompter gives you all the same features as inexpensively as possible. The only caveat being, you won't want to leave it unattended. There's a lot of thought put into the Leeventi teleprompter. I can only find one weakness, which is in the tripod mount. However, there's nothing off the rack that this manufacturer can use. Again, I know this because I build a lot of gadgets like this. They would have to have it custom built. A small piece of aluminum or steel, perhaps if enough of these are sold, they'll reach the scale where it might make business sense for them to have them manufactured. But for now, we just have to deal with it. Let me belabor this point. When they sell this teleprompter on Amazon, they probably only get 60% back from the $70 price. Let's call it $40. From that, they must pay for the parts and the machining. He probably makes like $20 per teleprompter. So they have 130 reviews on Amazon. Let's assume 300 were sold. That's 300 times $20 or $6,000. The person smart enough to design this could easily make that in a few weeks as an engineer. So it's hard to make money when you need to sell hundreds of these a month and deal with all the support calls that go with it. I don't want to get into a rant. The point is, Leeventi successfully addressed many teleprompter issues in the making of this teleprompter. So any negative review of these kinds of inventions need to be put in perspective. As for the included teleprompter software, I couldn't get it to work. So I'm using the Nano teleprompter from the Android store. It's $4. It has a feature that's super important to me. It will prompt from a Google Docs folder. With Google Docs, I can write my scripts anywhere, my laptop, computer here, and then on the phone just refresh it whenever I want to refresh it. And that is just, it's just so important. It would also work with the controller included in the Leeventi box. If you're thoughtful in setting up the Leeventi teleprompter, I believe it is, from what I can see currently offered on Amazon, a great product to consider. I am very, very impressed. Okay, well, I probably don't have enough space here. There's not enough light because I gave a bunch of my lights to a friend to use. Not enough lights, but whatever. I need to just get on with my life, so pull everything out of it. Great, I just dropped a couple of things. I don't know what they are, but whatever. Oops, dropped another one. Flying around. Alright. Keep the manual. This over the side. And my guess is I could probably figure out how to put this together, even without instructions, if I really wanted to, because I understand the basic design. Press connect. Okay, this is about the controller. This is one block. Oh, that's funny. Look at this. It's just like, I don't know, they bought these panels that they laser cut, and some of the other side has this stuff on it. I don't think it's really, they really want that, but they're not going to go to the bother to paint it over or whatever, because who cares? I mean, nobody's going to see it. So I already like their idea that, you know, this must be the, I guess is that this is the the screen, and you just pull the, oh, there are two of them. Alright, whatever, pretty sure I know what those are. And then this would be the thing you put over it to get rid of the light. Alright, so I know that basically it's going to be like this. So to remember what you're thinking is that there's going to be a mirror that's at a 45-degree angle, and then there'll be a platform, and you put the camera behind this glass, and it'll go through the glass, and then up, you'll point up to the glass to something that's like a tablet or something to show the text that go by in the glass. And I'm virtually certain this is how it would be. So I'm just going to, so I know that's how this is going to be. I think it's good to think about things like how are they going to work beforehand. A little bit of thought like that, then I think will save you some time. Okay, so this thing I feel is, it has all these holes which I'm pretty sure are tripod mounts. And it would make sense that the thing that would hold the tablet isn't going to need much. So I'm going to assume that this is going to go in here somehow. And see if I can, yeah, so okay, so that makes sense to me. So the question is, where does this thing go? Does it go on the inside like this? Or does it go, oops, does it go like this? My guess is you're not going to have this on the top here, so I'm going to assume they cut it so to be like this. So we'll just go with it. Not going to be a big deal to change it up later. And this slides in very easily into this. And then this should slide in very easily into this. So it'd be no problem just to pull this apart. So I'm not feeling like I'm committing to anything here. There's like this, whatever you could pull the wrapping off on the black, but I don't care because I know actually it doesn't make a difference. Nobody's going to see it. Maybe we'll do it later. Maybe it's making it harder to get this thing on here. And I can see that these little things are to hold this in, but it's actually holding in fine. I don't think I'll ever need those things or care about those things. Again, I know that this is going to be where we're going to have the tablet. It's going to shine up into this glass so I can read the text, and the camera will go right here. So this is where the camera would go, and it's either going to go like this, right, or it's going to go like this, but I can see it won't fit like this. So, and besides, it wouldn't have the buttons right, the tripod mounts right here, because, oh, so this is a tripod mount, but it wouldn't have the camera mounts right here in the front, because in front of the glass. So I know by modus whatever that this, I bet you, is just the way this goes in. So I'll pull this apart a little bit. Same thing over here. This one's not fully going in, but I don't care. I know it's not a huge deal. And then the glass would go right here. It looks like it's going to go right in here, so I'm going to pull the and right now I really like the design of this thing. Again, I'm not liking the design because theoretically or ideally it's the best design. I like it because of having tried to build these things before, knowing that, you know, for what's involved, it's a very nice, simple approach, and I think will give very nice benefits. The other thing you'll notice is not half silvered like, you know, many professional prompters. It's just plain glass. But when you have the shroud over, it doesn't make a difference. Just as good. I mean, I learned that on my own too. So I also approve of that. That the person isn't, that the inventor of this realizes that this will work just as well. This is a thing that you could put your phone in back here. So you see, like, it's a 1/4 inch, so I'm sure you could just put it like this and put your phone. But I'm not going to put a phone, I would just put like a camera. And this is the Bluetooth remote, which I probably won't use. And okay, so the question is, where's the tripod thingy? Ah, it's this thing. So the way I would mount this on a tripod is I would put the tripod under here and put this little thing here, and I would just screw this into the tripod right here, and it would sit on the tripod. I put the camera over here, and I'm going to put, and I would put the little the light blocking thing right here, and I'm done. Let's move this over. So what's my verdict? I mean, I haven't used it yet, but I'm virtually certain this thing is going to work very well. And for $65, it's a great value. And I can easily take it apart. You know, it has the rubber things if you want to set it down on a table. It has these things if you really want to push it in and make sure it holds together really well. But really, I think the person that designed this really understands how these things work and has made all, to me, the correct trade-offs to deliver a professional quality teleprompter for $65, and includes this this remote. And let me tell you, when you go out and buy teleprompters, or when I've shopped them, like this thing is often $100 itself alone, like, or not $100, but like $80 or $70. These things alone are pretty expensive. So for the price of one of these with many other professional kits, you can get the whole shebang. And I want to again point out that nobody sees this. Okay, nobody. So we'll try it out later. But I think I've proven that even with a few vodkas, that this thing is very easy to construct. I think for $65, I'm really excited to see how it works.